guys, so I'm in my kitchen for this video only because it has the best lighting and no one's home, so no one can judge me for talking to my computer. Today I have a review of Delirium by Lauren Oliver. It is the first book in the Delirium trilogy. The story focuses on Lena. She lives in Portland, Oregon, sometime in the fairly distant future. At this point in time, love has been declared a disease. It's called delirium. At 18, you're required to have an operation done that completely cures you of delirium and prevents you from ever getting infected with it again. Lena is 95 days away from having her procedure done, and she couldn't be more excited. She just wants to get it over with. Her mother killed herself from being infected, and so she just wants to get the operation done so she doesn't have to deal with it anymore. As it gets closer and closer to her operation date, though, something happens. She falls in love with a boy, and this is basically where the plot takes off. You're really taking this journey with Lena on what it feels to be infected and how she's going to get out of the operation. The plot was actually more interesting than I had expected it to be. I went into this with some pretty low standards because I had heard some really mixed reviews about it. There were definitely some flaws with the story, but it was definitely a lot better than I had anticipated. The writing in this book was beautiful. Lauren Oliver has a beautiful way of describing things. On that same note, though, it was really excessive. This is where I had a majority of my issues with the book. It just got tedious to read after a while. You know, for example, there was a part where Lena stepped outside onto her front porch to get some fresh air. The first sentence of this paragraph was saying that she went onto the front porch to get some fresh air, but the rest of the paragraph, and it was a pretty lengthy paragraph, was just descriptions of what she smelled, what she saw, what she felt, and it was like that countless times through the book, and it just got really annoying, and I found myself skimming a lot of those parts just because it really had no relevance to the story, and it really bogged the story down. Now this also bleeds into another point that I had an issue with, and that was a lot of the middle of the book I was wondering where the story was going. If you follow me on Twitter or on Goodreads, you know that I had a lot of issues trying to pick this book back up because it was going so slow for me. I think there was a week between the time that I put it down and then picked it back up. The ending did get a bit more interesting. The last 15 pages were definitely the most exciting for me. If it weren't for those last 15 pages, I probably wouldn't even consider picking up the next book because the rest of the book was just so slow. With that said, I don't know when I'll pick up Pandemonium. It's definitely not one of my top priorities. I will pick it up eventually because I want to see where Lauren Oliver takes these characters. Speaking of characters, let's talk about Lena. I actually didn't really have any issues with Lena. She was a very stubborn character, but the way that Lauren Oliver described this world, you understood why she was so stubborn, and you sort of felt sorry for her more than annoyed with her. I really sort of liked that aspect where you were annoyed with some of the decisions she was making or the things she was saying, but at the same time, you sort of felt sorry for her because, you know, that's really all she knows. She doesn't really know anything else, and everything else she's scared of. Let's talk about Alex, the love interest. He was so swoon-worthy. I adored him, and I just want to pull him out of the book and have him for myself. I loved him. He was definitely more relatable than most of the characters in this book. I'm not going to say why because I don't want to get into spoilers because I think it is a bit of a actually, it's a major spoiler. On Goodreads, I gave Delirium a 3 out of 5 rating, but I think it's more of a 3.5 out of 5. While it was just okay, it was definitely a lot more enjoyable than I had expected it to be. I really enjoyed this book a lot more than I expected it. Like I said, I will be picking up the next book, Pandemonium. I just don't know when. While I really loved the ending of Delirium, the whole book wasn't enough to make me want to go out and buy it immediately. So yeah, that was my review of Delirium by Lauren Oliver. So video recommendations for this week. None of my favorite YouTubers really posted anything good this week. Well, they were good, but they weren't great. They weren't videos that I would watch again. They were more of a one-time thing, which was really disappointing because it's been like that for the past month or so. But anyway, I decided to do music videos. 3 of the songs that I have really been listening to a lot lately. Again, all these videos will be linked down below. The first video is Make Me Wanna Die by The Pretty Reckless. The lead singer is Taylor Momsen. You might know her as Jenny Humphrey from Gossip Girl. When she was younger, she played Little Cindy Lou Who in the 2000 version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's a really good song. I've been obsessed with it the past few days. The next one is Seize the Day by Avenged Sevenfold. They're making another appearance. This is actually my all-time favorite song of all time. Literally, it tops every song I have ever listened to. The lyrics are beautiful and they make me cry. Sinister Gates' guitar solo is heart-wrenching and that makes me cry too. And the music video is just really sad, and the first time I saw it I was in tears. It was terrible. It was such a good video. The next song isn't actually a music video because it doesn't have a music video, and it's Savior by Danny Worsnop. If you don't know who Danny Worsnop is, he is the lead singer of Asking Alexandria. This is part of his solo album that he has yet to release that I am anxiously awaiting. It's actually about his girlfriend, Micah, who I have met a couple times. She lives in Dallas, actually. She's one of the sweetest girls you could ever meet. And Danny is also a total sweetheart. You know, him and the rest of Asking Alexandria, everybody always gives them a bad rap by saying they're assholes, but I met them last year at Warped Tour and they were nothing but nice to me. I think some of you guys might like it. I have no idea. I definitely enjoy it. So definitely check those out if you want. So that is my video for today. If you've read Delirium, let me know what you thought of it, or if you want to read Delirium, also let me know. And if you watched my video recommendations, tell me how you liked them, if you didn't like them. If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Definitely check me out outside of YouTube. I have a Goodreads, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. I have all that information down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.